happened to you?
Well, I'll give you an example. In fact, some colleagues and I were talking about this, the topic of racism recently, and I was sharing that when my daughter was in kindergarten, it was Halloween and everybody was asked to bring treats. And so when I came to pick her up after school, she had the treats that I had sent with her. All of them were there. They hadn't been distributed. And I had given her, I love me some Costco. So I went to Costco and I bought like a big box of chips. And I bought enough for the whole class and more, and I just sent it with her. And she came back with like the 30 bags of chips that I had sent for her to distribute for Halloween. And I was like, what happened? She's like, I don't know. My teacher didn't, they didn't let me give out my Halloween stuff. And I was like, So when I talked to the teacher and I said, what happened? Sienna didn't give out her stuff, and she was, pretty upset about it. Like, what's going on? They said to me, well, we didn't know why she would have those chips. I said, excuse me? What do you mean? Was it not Halloween? Were they not told to give out their stuff? She's like, yeah. So I said, let me ask you, did the other children give out their Halloween candy? Yes. So then, why wasn't she allowed? Why else would she have 30 bags of chips?
Why wouldn't she bring treats if she was told to?
Exactly. So then they were like, well, and then when I was questioning her, that she got defensive and started to give me an attitude. Well, listen. So I said, okay, I don't know if you've just had temporarily lost your mind. Maybe you hit your head on the wall and got temporarily confused, but you are really out of line right now. And I'm going to have to go to the principal and talk about it. So when I drilled down, finally, to get to the bottom of why she did not allow her to give out the chips, she said to me, chips are expensive. So I didn't know why she would be giving it's expensive. So the underlying assumption for that is, as a Black student and a Black child and a Black parent, you shouldn't have the capacity. Why does a Black child have a more expensive item to give out to the class?
Wow.
That's how it gets built in. And now this is a teacher, and she was a student teacher. But the actual classroom teacher supported not giving out the chips.
Yeah.
So when I had both of them to account, that was the reason, because they felt, well, this is kind of a higher end item. Why does she have that? It's potato chips. To me, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Like, they sell them at the store, but for some reason, it was too good of an item for a Black child to possess and to give out, right? So that's how it gets built into the fabric.
Yeah, that's...
If that had been a white child, would the fact that she had chips been questioned? I say no. Probably not.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? So this is how it gets built in. The
assumption.
assumptions that come with it, that she probably wasn't even aware she held until she was challenged. And the audacity of it was when I spoke to it, she got an attitude. Who am I as a Black woman and a Black mother to stand up to her as the authority figure? Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. So not only do you believe that we shouldn't have the capacity to afford something as simple as chips for Halloween, but who are you to challenge me? Don't you know your place? Don't you know where you're supposed to be? Who are you to step up and challenge my authority? That's how it works. That's how it plays itself out. Was that intentionally racist? Did she intentionally decide to withhold that? No, it wasn't intentional. I will never believe that she was a racist in her soul and intentionally decided to hurt my daughter. But it's not about intention, it's about impact, right?
And certain things are just embedded as you grow up.
It's just embedded.
Yeah.
It's part of who we are and how we practice, and we don't even know that's in there, and we play it out, but they have severe consequences. My daughter was hurt. She was made to feel bad. It affected her self-esteem. And these are the things that happen, where on a daily basis, these unintentional slights, that's known as a microaggression. Microaggressions are those day-to-day slights, insults, unintentional offensive behavior that build up and cause problems, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.